that beautiful soul. I am so glad that you are here. So I felt inspired to create this today because I pulled Quan Yin's card, and then I was pulling from my Angel Tarot deck, and I got the Balance card, which is Temperance, and Archangel Zadkiel is on there. And both of these cards talk about feelings of like feelings of low self-worth. But I was like, what was interesting was this overwhelming sense of creating a video for people who are feeling not so great about themselves. So I do want to preface this by stating that we can all go through periods of times when we're not feeling great about ourselves. And there are also people out there who struggle with something called toxic shame. Toxic shame is a bit different than just shame. Shame itself is more of a not fleeting experience, but maybe a little bit less. It doesn't stick around as long as toxic shame. Toxic shame is a feeling or a sense of I am inherently bad as a person. I am wrong as a person. My existence is wrong. Me as a person am inherently not good. And that comes from CPTSD, or complex post-traumatic stress disorder. So it's a early childhood thing. It's a wound that can happen with a lot of early childhood neglect, early childhood rejection, things like that. So you might find this practice to be very helpful if you struggle with something like that as well. But again, if you're just sort of like kind of in that space right now where, you're just not feeling so great about yourself, then this is also helpful for you too. So I'm glad you're here regardless. If you don't know who I am, my name is Natalie. I do have a doctorate in metaphysical science, and I also just recently finished my 200-hour Kundalini, feminine form Kundalini yoga certification. I also have 200-hour yoga certification and then additional trainings in Yin Yoga. So I got a lot of yoga coursing through my veins here. But I wanted to create something that infused Quan Yin's energies and Archangel Zadkiel's energies. This energy of self-forgiveness, transmutation, and then just like this feeling of soft, gentle, right? Without like fixing and forcing. And I don't know, I wanted it to feel very like a transmutation as opposed to, or like an offering up and a transmutation as opposed to like something that you have to necessarily like do. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Now you're still going to have a little bit of, there's breath work involved and movement involved. It's not crazy, so don't worry about that so much. But I just wanted it to be a bit gentler. So let's talk a little bit about the somatics of low self-worth and where it lives in the body, because it's not just a mental thing, okay? I have my notes here. So low self-worth can create a feeling of constriction in the chest, right? We sort of close off in defensiveness. It's not necessarily like this pronounced. I'm kind of over pronouncing it, but you get what I mean. And then our breath shortens as well. So we're sort of holding the breath. The breath is a bit more shallow, and our system holds on to chronic tension. So we hold it up. We hold on in our jaw a lot of times. We hold on in our shoulders, definitely in the abdomen. And then a lot of times as well, we're just very tense just all around. Like there's just this feeling of like if you were to really sit and just feel into your body for a second, there's been times like at night when I'm laying in bed, and I don't know if you've ever done this, but like if you're just laying there and you never notice like your thoughts, and then you notice your body and you're like, I don't know about you, but I've been like, oh my gosh, like, why am I so tense right now? Right. So like there's this, it's an unconscious thing we do. We hold on to tension. So with those feelings of low self-worth, it really does, we really do constrict certain parts of the body. unknowingly. So today what we're going to do is we're doing a somatic practice to talk directly to our nervous system. And this is going to be all self-directed. It's going to be a little bit of touch, a little bit of rhythmic breathing, and then a lot of conscious focus. And we're going to be sending clear signals of safety to our nervous system, and the vagus nerve, which is the nerve that runs to the nervous system that tells our body, like, hey, it's okay to chill, right? To relax. It's going to let our body know that it's safe to soften, to be seen. And then the touch also lets your body know that it's worthy of its own love. Okay. So I will show the breath as well in the next section. There are timestamps below. If you've never done this kind of breath work before, you might want to just do this first before, you dive right in. But I also did want to mention as well that the meditation portion does involve sitting for a few minutes. So I do recommend having something to sit on. Now, I am sitting on a meditation cushion. You don't have to sit on a meditation cushion. You can sit on a block. You can sit on a couch from your cushion. A cushion from your couch, if it's providing that it's sturdy enough. Because ultimately we want to lift up the hips so that your spine can elongate, right? A lot of times what can happen when we're sitting for long periods of time is that we'll have a tendency to round out through the back. Ordinarily, I would say, like, hey, go ahead and just lay down. For this practice, I really do prefer that you're sitting. If you don't have anything to sit on the floor, that's okay too. You can sit on a bench or a chair or something and just plant the soles of your feet on the ground. Okay. Wherever you're sitting, make sure you're comfortable enough to sit for adequately for a few minutes. Okay. Because between the meditation and the breath work, we will be sitting for the entire time. There will be a tune in and a tune out. Om Namo Gurudev Namo is the tune in. I will just put what that is when we do it on the bottom of the screen. You are more than welcome to tune in with me, chant with me. I will also do the added prayer of protection, chant of protection after the tune in, which again, you're welcome to chant with, or you can just receive. And then the tune out, which is a long sat, short nam, just one time. The Om Namo Gurudev Namo is 3 times, by the way. I don't know if I said that or not. And then I do that on a 2-part breath. So I know that was a lot of info thrown at you all at once. I apologize. If this is your first time doing Kundalini, like anything Kundalini, I promise you it's not scary. Like this particular type of what we're about to do. I know there's a lot of crazy information out there about Kundalini and all of that. Feminine form itself is a lot more, there's a lot more freedom to it, a lot less rigidity involved. So I just want to make that very clear up front. This is not a KRI, Kundalini Research Institute type of Kundalini. If that's what you're here for, that's not it. And yeah, we're throwing in some archetypes. Okay, we're throwing in Quan Yin's energy, and we're also throwing in Archangel Zadkiel's energy. And you're not always going to find that everywhere either. So I hope that this intro was short and sweet enough. I did try to keep it under 10 minutes. I didn't do so hot. Again, there are timestamps below, and let's get into what meditation looks like, the mudras, and the breath work. All right, so hopefully you have found a comfortable seat. We are just going to get right into it with the mudra. So the mudra for the meditation, I'm not mirroring you, so our arms are going to be opposite of each other, but you'll take your left arm out like so the palm faces up toward the sky. Elbow is, there's a space between the elbow and the rib cage. Okay? Right arm comes up and over, so the hand is over the crown of the head.
palm faces down. So palm faces the crown of the head, and there's about a 6-inch gap or so between the top of the head and the palm of the hand. Okay, so this is the mudra for the meditation. Now, your choice completely on whether you'd like to have the eyes closed or keep them open. If the eyes are open, a gentle gaze is advised. So, I don't know, finding something to stare at, like 45 degrees in front of you, staring at the tip of the nose, or they say down at the chin for this in like the Kundalini tradition technology, but I can't see my chin. So I guess the intent would be the chin, but that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, if you choose to close your eyes, you can just close them, or you can stare at the space between the brows, your third eye space. Okay? If at any time during our meditation your arms start to feel tired, you can bring your hands down, palms rest face up, connect the forefinger and the thumb in the Gyan Mudra, and then keep the fingers together like so, okay, in the wisdom seal. And what that's going to do is it's going to seal your energy. That's that. Just do what you can and feel good about it, okay? Love that motto. I adopted it from one of my teachers. Feel free to take it on as your own as well. And then I will guide us through the meditation. Now, the meditation itself, I don't quite know how that's going to go yet. It's going to be channeled. So whatever comes through is whatever comes through, and I trust that, and I trust it's going to be what you need. And that's that. Now, I am infusing, obviously, Quan Yin and the goddess Quan Yin's energies and Archangel Zadkiel's energies. If you don't know who Quan Yin is, I do have a podcast episode about her, which I will link in the description box below, so you can go listen to hear more about her and her story. But just a little, little something about her. She actually achieved nirvana, enlightenment, and paused at the threshold because she could hear all of the cries of the world, and made a pact, or I guess that's the best way to put it, that she would remain earthbound until all of the suffering of the world was gone. So she is here to help relieve all of the suffering of the world. So anytime that you are feeling some type of way, anything having to do with the heart space, that is Quan Yin's domain. You're feeling sad, you're feeling the love, you're not feeling the love. You're feeling feelings of unforgiveness toward yourself, toward another. She is the goddess that you can call upon, and she is there so quick. She is a quick goddess, I'm telling you. My gosh. What else do I want to say about Quan Yin? She's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Eastern goddess. Yeah. So she's gentle, but she's fierce in her love. And very loving goddess. So I decided we're working with her as well, because self-love is a big proponent of self-worth, and self-love kind of go hand in hand, yeah? So we're bringing her in with this meditation, and then Archangel Zadkiel. Now, from what I understand, angels are androgynous beings, so male, female, it's not a thing. However, I don't know. Anyway, Archangel Zadkiel is associated with the violet flame, or violet fire, so think transmutation. So any feelings of this low self-worth energy, what we're going to be doing is offering that up to Archangel Zadkiel to transmute into this violet fire for us. I do see a lot of energy of like infusing Archangel energy in the crown. So I see purple, a lot of purple coming. So I don't know yet exactly, again, how it's going to look or how it's going to run, but just know that the Archangel energy will be also infused, and that's how these two kind of go hand in hand. And think, Archangel Zadkiel also has to do with feelings of that feeling of like low self-worth and helping transmute those feelings. So that's why these two energies are going to work together with this particular Kundalini practice. All right. So now let's talk about the breath work and the hands. So the breath work is a 10-part breath, sorry. And what we're going to be doing is inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5. It's going to look and sound something like this. Now, I don't know if you can see my belly. My belly's doing most of the work, most of the pumping. So that's the intention. If you can't quite do it yet, don't stress it. Do your best, okay? The hands are going to be almost like you're clapping. Okay, we're not clapping, but it's going to look like we're trying to. So it's going to look like something like this. Okay, so that's the breath. That's the pranayama that we're doing with this. With our inhales, we're thinking about inhaling maybe better thoughts, better feeling thoughts, exhaling the things that maybe we don't want to hold on to anymore, that those feelings of not good enough, those feelings of, you know, the old story, the things that other people have told us that, you know, we're not good enough, whatever. Once we get to our final round, I'll have us inhale, we'll hold and touch our face, and we're going to do our root lock. So think about hugging and squeezing the tailbone with all of the muscles down in the pelvic floor, right? So you're going to give your tailbone a little hug as we hold the breath, and then exhale. And then inhale, hands on heart, hug and squeeze. So root lock. Exhale. And then inhale, hands on belly. Hug and squeeze. And exhale. And then we'll place the hands to rest on the lap, probably Gyan Mudra. And we'll sit for just a few minutes just to integrate the energy. Just let it, because it's a lot of energy that we're moving, even if it feels a little more gentle. And then I will guide us out, okay, with our Satnam. So I hope that all made sense. Maybe you want to do a little bit of a practice with the breath first before you jump in. Otherwise, if the breath starts to feel like too much or whatever as well, just switch to like, you can do that too, okay? Do what works for you. Do what you can and feel good about it, okay? Again, but you can still keep the movement going and just do for now, okay? If the 5-part breath or 10-part breath starts to feel just like you're not getting it, it's not working, you know, better to do that than feel just absolutely frustrated and give up. I would rather you'd be doing something than give up on yourself or give up on the practice. Start with that and then see if you can do maybe 3, right? And then do 5, you know, again, do what you can and feel good about it. All right. I will see you on your mat.
We'll begin by finding a comfortable seat and rubbing the palms together. Bring the palms together at the heart space and flare the elbows wide, or give the ribs a gentle hug with the elbows. I invite you to bring the eyes closed and the gaze up to the third eye space or the space between the brow point. Otherwise, just keep a gentle gaze in front, about a 45-degree angle or staring at the tip of the nose. Empty the body of all of the breath and take a deep breath in as we elongate the spine, and exhale, allow the shoulders to fall away from the ears. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, tilt the chin down toward the chest. And on our next inhale, we'll begin our chant. Deep breath in.
Om Namo Gurundev Namo
Take a deep breath in, give the tailbone a little hug and squeeze. And exhale, release the breath, release the arms. The palms can be face up on the lap in the Gyan Mudra. And just be for a couple of moments here. Now bring your right arm up, arching your palm over your crown, and extend your left arm out, palm open up to the ceiling or the sky. And choose whether you'd like to keep the eyes open in a gentle gaze or bring them closed. And bring the awareness to the left palm. Calling in the soothing pearl white and rose light of Quan Yin. Bringing unconditional compassion, ocean deep mercy, and soft acceptance right in to the palm of your hand. And as she pours this energy into the palm of your hand, you notice that it travels through the length of the arm, right into the heart space, and mingles there. And now your awareness moves to your right hand, hovering above your crown. A vibrant violet light of Archangel Zadkiel, the ray of self-forgiveness and divine transmutation, travels down your right palm, through the crown of the head, down through the neck, and meets right at the heart space with Quan Yin's beautiful energy. Feel these energies merging into a soft, glowing current right in your chest, letting them heal any feelings of self-doubt, feelings of unworthiness, feelings of shame, of inadequacy, any old unforgiveness, anything that is just no longer serving you. With every breath in, you receive more of Quan Yin's and Archangel Zadkiel's energies, and that light grows brighter and brighter within your heart space. And you notice that with every exhale, every bit of toxic shame, any little bit of darkness or negativity or feelings of inadequacy gets wrapped up inside the smoke of Archangel Zadkiel's violet fire, and it goes out and leaves your body easily and effortlessly. And you begin to feel lighter and lighter and lighter. Let's take one more breath here. And then exhale, release the arms down and pause to feel for just a moment. Now bring your hands in front of your heart center, palms facing each other, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Eyes closed, roll gently up toward the third eye point. And begin the rhythm, 5 segmented sniffs in through the nose, 5 segmented puffs out through the mouth, pulsing the hands subtly with each count. On the inhales, you can think sat, 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 sat. On the exhales, you can think nam, 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 if you'd like. With every exhale through the mouth, blow away any remaining doubt, judgment, or heavy stories into the space between your hands where Archangel Zadkiel's violet flame transmutes it into pure light. With every inhale, draw Quan Yin's cool, restorative mercy straight into your heart. Deep breath in, palms pressed against the cheeks. Give the tailbone a hug as you think to yourself, I see myself with kindness. Now exhale, palms pressed against the chest on the inhale. As you hold your heart, think to yourself, my worth is inherent. And exhale. Now take a deep breath in and place the hands on the belly, applying the root lock once more. As you feel into your center, say to yourself, I am rooted, safe, and complete. And exhale, release the breath, release the hands down onto the lap in the Gyan Mudra. And just staying here for a couple of moments, letting the energy integrate and move as it needs to. And gently blink the eyes open. We'll rub the palms together and bring the hands once more to the heart space. Taking a couple of breaths here before ending our practice with our Satnam. So first emptying the body of the breath and then taking a deep breath in and exhaling. And again, taking another deep breath in and exhaling as you feel ready. We'll take one more deep breath in and begin our chant. Deep breath in and begin. Dip the chin down to the chest and gently blink the eyes open. Sat Nam and Namaste.